Hello, hello. It's the old odd one. We're here. It's Valentine's Day. Who gives a shit? Right? Don't really care, do we? Nah, I didn't think so. I didn't really think we'd care. I do have a rant about it, though. So there is that. Oh. Hello, Thomas Potts. Thomas Potts is first. It's been a while since I've been able to claim Thomas Potts is first, but he is first. And it's a live stream. It's not Memorex. That's not some stupid video I've uploaded. And it's not that I'm blocked. I have enough people blocking me lately. So what's up out there in the world, people? Seeing a bunch of old farts up performing for the Super Bowl last night. Of course, millennials think it was for them, even though the majority of the people on performing last night were Gen X. Hello, I love food. Not my kind of show, though. I'm not into rap, so like it. I'm still boycotting the Super Bowl until they have Weird Al Yankovic as a halftime show. Till then, fuck them. And people, stop going around going Happy VD Day today. It's Valentine's Day. It's not VD Day. VD is something that makes you not happy. VD is something that makes you not happy, folks. So don't refer to Happy Valentine's Day as VD Day. It's not good. It's not something to be happy about. You know, VD is something that goes around and you got to get a shot for most of it. Some of it you can't get rid of. You got to carry that around like luggage for the rest of your life. But, yeah, some of it you can't get a shot. Oh, Thomas, you are saying that because you hate the Bengals. I would have rather seen the Bengals win than anything fucking California. Everybody want a good chuckle? Apparently, Vile Mike has blocked me on Twitter. So I'll have a good laugh over that one. Not that I really give a shit. It's just funny. Apparently, when you destroy his argument with logic, you get blocked. But hey, that's cool. That's fun. He can be a snowflake for all I care. I wouldn't even known about him blocking me, actually, unless it was, except it was from Mr. Miles that pointed out to me that he had said on his stream yesterday, "Don't make me block you like I did Deej," when he was in an argument with Vile Mike. So yeah. Well, food, if you just subscribe to him, don't get in anything that's even remotely political, because if you don't do what he thinks, he'll just block you. No, I don't want VD Parrot Head. Yes, Thomas, how very liberal. I thought it was funny. Now I don't feel so bad for being on LDG stream when he was crossing the streams yesterday with Wild Mike and saying that he snuck over the border into Mexico. I don't feel bad about it anymore. Kind of pathetic that you got to go to another country. You got to sneak across the border, but hey. What the hell else was I gonna rant about? I don't know. I have no clue what I'm gonna rant about. My main thing was just stop calling it VD Day. VD. It's Valentine's Day. It's not VD. VD is something, yeah. What's up, Keely? And what up, 54.5? And of course, 54.5 has to say, Happy Valentine's Day, Pooh Bear. Yeah, LDG still streaming nonstop, even while he's sleeping. Not much here either, Keely. I just decided I'd jump on and stream and interact with the crowd for a change instead of some that just ignore the chats. And plus, I didn't feel like uploading my latest video today yet because, I'm going to just go a couple of more episodes for that one and then I'm going to end the game stream videos. Because they're just getting worse and worse and worse. They went from like 35 views down to like 15 views, 12 views, something. I don't know. I'm going to at least make it to the first Horde night with the game and put it up there. And I'm just going to set everything for max and just let the zombies eat me. Yes, I know. Everybody just falls asleep and nobody can get up there and nobody can talk. So it just runs and the bots just sit there and talk to themselves. But that's okay too. Yes, I recognize the voice of the guy in the Doctor Strange trailer. It was Professor X, Patrick Stewart. They're bringing the old fart back. I would play 7 Days multiplayer, but I don't have the money to set up a dedicated server. So even if I'm not on it, somebody else could run it and shit. So it's like kind of hard, and I don't want to leave my computer running 24 hours a day just to keep a world open. Plus, I'm actually playing Darkness Fall mod for it right now, trying that one out. So it's like insane. I do love how they have it set up to where you have to keep doing things to level up crap, but and I just got a donation for $5 from Rock Solid that says Happy VD fired. Yes, Rock Solid, I am on it today. I have things going, and well, I'm fired because Rock Solid said so. So here you go, Rock Solid. Thank you for the $5 donation.
That's it, Deej. You're fired.
Screw you! You're fired! Fire! Fire! You're fired! Fire! 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 You're fired!
PJ Odyssey, how can I be fired? I'm not one of your wrenches, LOL. You're fired from talking to me and being my friend and being on my channel. Get the hell out of here. Go on, you go on, get the hell out of here.
Oh, don't be mad at Foley. He hired me back the very next day with 4 times the pay. Though 4 times nothing is still nothing. the thought counts. But then he fired me like a week later, and then hired me back again. You know, it's just a bully thing. That was a quite polite firing, though. So there's the upside to being Canadian, I guess. Even firing somebody, it's halfway polite. So I don't know what else to ramble about. The link's out there if anybody wants to pop up. We're might not go too long today if it's just me up here because I really don't feel like talking 100% of the time. Then again, who knows? Yesterday just seemed to be a day that where I was on a short fuse. I haven't told off another YouTuber, though he did deserve it. He's an arrogant prick. But hey, that's another story for another time. And I will still continue to boycott the Super Bowl until Weird Al Yankovic gets the halftime show. I will boycott that. Screw that. I want Weird Al as a halftime show. I don't want to watch a bunch of Gen X old rappers. Rap music is not music, it's crap. And I'm not going to listen to it. No. And I seen where everybody's talking about Eminem taking a knee at the Super Bowl. Are you sure that he was taking a knee, or he's just old and wore out and had to rest? He is only 1 year younger than me, folks. That'll tell you a lot. Like 3 of those performers are actually my age or even older. One was 50, which would have been Snoop Dogg. One was 51, which was Mary Kay Blige, and the other one was like 56, 57, something like that. I don't know. But see, they're old farts. Josh Street is here, says, what, Deej? Not over with... There is no me and Sister Prey. Oh, yeah. And plus, my team wasn't even in the Super Bowl, so why would I care? Why would I really care? Why would I care about a game where a bunch of maskless celebrities that profess to wear a mask all the time are running around taking pictures with no mask? I don't know. Of course, you hear the line from the ones saying, well, they were outside. You don't have to wear one outside. There was plenty of them in box seats in the enclosed areas that weren't wearing them either. And that's where they're supposed to. Hello, Captain Trek. So, fuck them too. They weren't holding their breaths. And I get a phone call right now, but I ain't answering it because I can tell it's just one of those stupid spam calls. So why would I want to answer that? Fuck it. Plus, how dare they call me during a live stream? That's all I got to say. Rock Solid says The Who and the Stones were the best halftime show ever. I'll throw Paul McCartney in there with it. But yeah, that's rock and roll. That's not crap. I mean rap. No, I meant crap. Crap. Rap is crap. No, number one. It's not VD, damn it. It's Valentine's Day. Jeez. No, you might not have been a big Beatle fan, and it's Beatles. Beatles. Rock solid. But Paul McCartney was still better than half the crap they've had up there for a halftime show. But I still want Weird Al Yankovic for the halftime show. Nothing else matters. Can you just imagine Weird Al doing tacky, and he starts outside the stadium and comes through down the hallways singing, and he ends the song out in the middle of the field. That would be awesome. And then he could play that. He could do the "You Suck" song that he put out a few years ago about sports teams. Number one, are you sure he knelt, or it's just not because he's old and he had to take a breather? There's always that. He is 49. He hasn't been really out there much lately, so he could have been more out and just had to bend over because he couldn't breathe. Parrot Head loves Janet Jackson showing the nipple at the halftime show. Yeah, but it was flashed so fast that if you didn't have a good DVR, you weren't getting a good view of it anyway. I know, number one, but I'm sitting there making fun of his kneel by just saying that he was old and had to take a breather. Don't get mad at my jokes, jeez. Of course, the NFL is now claiming that they didn't tell anyone not to kneel during the halftime show. Because they're a bunch of coward pusses, too. You can tell that when you look at a damn football field and says end racism. They're a bunch of pandering pricks. So, who gives a shit about the NFL? Really? Come on. It's the NFL. Who gives a shit? Hey, my jokes are never funny, rock solid. Should know that by now. If you want funny, you have to go to a better live stream because I'm certainly not funny. I just tell bad jokes. I really don't know what the hell they told him or not because I wasn't paying attention in the first place. Yes, Parrot Head, my jokes do go over like a fart in church. Thomas Potts says, well, I'd be out of a job without them. And that's right, Captain Shrek. Elihu's jokes are not funny either. And he claims to be a comedian. Hello, brightest day. I'm not mad there's no furry halftime show. I don't give a shit about a furry halftime show, Thomas. Jeez. Number one says Kenobi will feature more of a Vader versus Kenobi. So shouldn't it be Kenobi versus Vader show? I don't know. It was actually kind of funny. The other day I was letting somebody watch The Mandalorian from the start. And she happened to see a Jawa and said poor Ewoks. She actually thought the Jawa was an Ewok. So there is that too. Uh-oh. Trouble is now down below.
Dun 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 dun
And now
dun
trouble.
dun 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 dun.
Trouble is now on the panel.
Trouble is here. Hello,
Now it's double trouble.
80. Whew. Funny thing is, I was doing a stream, and right before I decided to go outside and grab some stuff, grab some stuff. Anyway,
Stop grabbing yourself. Stop grabbing yourself.
some stuff, something, not myself, not.
Well, you said
Not
stuff.
outside.
And usually, a lot of guys call their junk stuff. So stop grabbing your stuff.
No. My junk is not named stuff.
Not called puffin stuff.
No. So my stuff is named Bob. His name's Bob.
So you're a battery operated boy. So
Okay,
that's
you know
Bob
what?
is.
That's not working out the way I expected. But
Yeah, that's what a Bob
okay.
is. A battery operated boy.
Yeah.
You better find a new name for it. Stop calling it Bob.
Yeah. I'm going to do that right away. Actually,
Yep.
I
would.
Yeah. So
I'm just ranting at the people that call Valentine's Day VD.
Oh, happy VD Day.
And we're back to myself, folks. Well, I was laughing about the whole Vile Mike thing.
Oh, yeah. What happened? I remember you were talking last night and I was half dead tired. And then I heard something about you getting blocked by Vile Mike.
Days ago, Lore Reloaded put out a tweet. And, well, you know me. I have to respond to it. Well, Vile Mike decided that he wanted to get into an argument with me. And
Yeah.
I destroyed his argument, so he blocked me.
When you say you destroyed the argument, like what does that mean?
Well, we were arguing over mandates. And I brought up the fact that Biden's mandate on regular businesses was shot down in the Supreme Court because it was an illegal act. All he wanted to do is keep throwing up things from lawsuits and such with private companies saying that they could do it. And I said, that's not what we're arguing about. We're arguing that the President of the United States cannot force a business to do it. He may have the power to make federal employees wear something or do something, but he cannot force a privately owned business to do it. And, well, Vile Mike didn't like that. And I actually wouldn't have known. I wouldn't even have actually known that he had blocked me until Mr. Miles had pointed it out to me that earlier, I guess, in that stream of his yesterday, that he threatened Mr. Miles to block Mr. Miles like he did me.
Oh. Well.
Because apparently they were arguing over cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm.
Which Vile Mike is totally against. Also, I guess, because governments have a harder time to lock up their money and block things, I guess. You know, the whole argument's basically started because of the Canadian truck thing. So apparently, folks, if you get into an argument...
Need a quick minute.
If you get in one with Vile Mike, make sure that you side with him or he'll block you. Typical leftist way. No, we don't need no mandates. I love food. And honk, 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 honk. Let's see. Anything else that I can rant
It's right here.
about, folks?
Mama, do you want to sell these or no? These right here. This is what I was that and these.
What the hell? I thought
Yeah,
this
we're not
sale
using
was-
it. Sell it, right? We're not using it. And then this one, I didn't know if you wanted to keep this one. Give me.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
Let's see.
Sorry, I didn't.
There we go. Now we don't have to listen to him arguing about whether or not he's selling something. Happy days. He can unmute himself whenever he comes back. We don't have to know. Okay, let me see here. I'm looking through the news and blah, 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 blah. CNN's in an all-out war against Joe Rogan. Go figure, because CNN has the viewership of a potato. Norway is in the lead at the medal, but who cares about the Olympics still? We don't care about that. Do 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 do. I don't want VD Parrothead, no. And that's right, potatoes probably do have better viewership than CNN. I like potatoes. Mashed potatoes, baked potato, broiled potato, baked boiled potatoes, fried potatoes. Hello, Carol's Cookies. What other kind of potatoes? Potatoes all gratin, you know. Hello, Dr. Alex. You know, if it's potatoes, it's potatoes. Let's see if LDG is still talking about. Nope. See, he's went quiet now. He's done talking about what he's trying to say. I thought that yard.
I'm fixing an ice maker.
I thought the yard sale was supposed to be 3 days. This is day 4 now. Oh well. He's fixing an ice machine now. Never put Jello in a ice machine, folks. It gums it up. Cinnamon says he watched some figure skating, but didn't see Jedi Bill compete. Now, Jedi Bill was put on the side list. And Murder Hornet returns, says, "Whoa, Black Betty, a bam a lamb, oh, Black Betty, a bam a lamb, she's pretty gone by, bam a lamb." Yeah, great song. Funny thing is, singer for that song used to be the singer in the Lemon Pipers. You know, that green tambourine. Yes, Bill let America down by not competing in the figure skating. Damn you, Bill. Just remember, next soup, everybody go harass Bill about letting America down, not being in the figure skating. And Carol, I heard Bill pulled out of the ice dancing competition too. So there's that too. Thomas said he stopped skating when Challenger blew up. That's right. Bill is too busy watching Sparkly Vampires because, well, he did hit 666, so he has to watch the third one. And here's Darren.
Well, if it isn't the Off Brothers, Jack and Jerk. How are you guys doing today?
I'm Jack.
I'm Jerk.
Yep. Our last names are me off.
Yeah.
I just decided I'd sit up here and rant for a little bit and blabber. And
About the VD Valentine's Day thing.
well, that was the start of it.
Ah,
I just thought it'd be a funny title.
okay.
I'm trying for a clickbait title. Not like it's really going to help much, but I'll throw it out there anyway.
Oh,
I kind of got a badge of honor.
oh yeah. From
I've
whom?
been blocked by Vile Mike.
Why?
Apparently, he didn't like discussing with me about mandates on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
So he blocked
Well,
me.
it's not a favorite subject of mine either online, because no one can ever really win an argument there. I mean, it's just a bunch of one-upsmanship and lastitis and last worditis, whatever you want to call it. So ultimately, it's just a waste of time. People, both sides, walk away unfulfilled, and I can see why he banned you. But I mean, I wouldn't take it personal. I mean, he just
Yeah. I just thought it was funny because his last one up this was to curse me out in all capitals.
Oh,
That was comical. I didn't even know about the ban until Mr. Miles brought it up to me.
what band?
I didn't know that he banned me on Twitter until
Oh,
Mr.
band.
Miles had brought it up to me.
Gotcha. Okay, well,
Not like I was really too worried about it. I just find it funny.
yeah. You have to see the humor and everything, I think,
Yep. Always look on the bright side of life.
or something like that. Yeah.
Always look on the bright side of life. Do 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 do. I'm not gonna try to whistle it.
Yeah.
I suck at whistling anymore. And apparently, we're into day 4 of LDG's 3-day yard sale.
Huh. Well, he got rained out yesterday, so I imagine he probably extended it. Although, is it an actual yard sale? The way he's made it sound, it sounded almost like it was a yard raffle.
Yeah, that's true. And the fact that he's putting out garage sale signs when it's not even in a garage. There's that too.
Yeah.
It's a driveway sale.
Yeah. Well, people know what you mean when you say that.
I know, but I still like
As
to
long as it's in
harass
his
him about it.
driveway, it's fine. As long as there's a garage at the end of his driveway, I think you'll be fine.
It's not a garage anymore, though. It's his office, studio, bedroom, / whatever else.
Oh, that's where he lives now? Okay.
I just like to harass him about it. It's
Okay.
fun.
Gotcha.
And I have no idea who's going to skate with Kathleen Kennedy Thomas since Jedi Bill pulled out.
So everybody's buzzing about the Doctor Strange trailer they released yesterday.
See, we only talked briefly about it for 5 seconds. The only surprise to it was having Patrick Stewart's voice in it.
Yeah, yeah. Although it looked like Captain Marvel, the Monica Rambeau version of Captain Marvel was in it, too.
Well, there was that, and of course you get a brief little glimpse, if you freeze frame it quick enough, of Peggy Carter's Captain Carter shield.
Mm-hmm.
And if you freeze frame it enough, another point, right when you see him falling at the dinosaur, then you see like they fall into a cartoon world.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It's Sam Raimi. I've never seen a movie of his I didn't enjoy. So for him to do another Marvel superhero besides Spider-Man is pretty special.
Though everybody I've listened to said that this will not be the main Professor X, it's just going to be a variant Professor X.
Oh, still close enough.
And they're all trying to guess who else is up on the 6th panel there.
Yeah, I got the impression that there was some Loki series stuff in there too.
Yeah, it gave me kind of the Loki vibe to it.
Mhm.
I think it's going to end up that's where they're going to bring in Captain Carter. She'll be up there doing her bit on the panel
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why they came out with the What If show. So, yeah.
And then they were talking about how they saw 2 different zombie forms of Avengers in it.
Yeah.
I think that'll just
Okay.
all be part of them
I'm back.
walking through the different.
Yeah.
Hey, Darren.
dimensions.
Hey.
What's up, dude? Day 4. Yeah, tell me about it. This damn sale was supposed to last till Monday or Sunday, and we're still going. It's going to be a week long. That's right, 24/7. Everything must go. God, I swear.
I thought today was the day that the raffle took place.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me about it.
They're going to have you lugging shit in and out for the rest of the week.
Nope. No, you think that, right? Even I'll say, even I have a limit.
You're going to hang a little sign out on it. Thing that says everything must go. Give me your money. Just give me any money and take it.
Yep. Pretty much.
It's a quarter. Here, take it. Take it all with you. I'm tired of lugging it. Hey, at least Twitter has something right. I'm going to share this because this is kind of funny. If you see it, I don't know. If you look over at Dr. Fauci's name, it's listed under entertainment. So they finally decided on Twitter that he's not real. He's just entertainment, folks.
Yeah.
Don't get mad with me, YouTube. It's Twitter that's doing it, not me. They listed him under entertainment. I'm just reporting the news. So it's fake news, folks, because my thoughts don't count, really. I still think that Weird Al deserves a halftime show. And Cinnabon says Sam Raimi is dreamy. And he followed that with Marvel is dead. I'm not being a science denier, Cinnabon. I'm just tired of Fauci. He is not the science. Science is science. Dr. Fauci is just a man. At least I think. I don't know. I haven't seen what he claims to be. So I could be misgendering him. I don't know. And I'm mad that we got to wait clear till next year to see those final episodes of the X-Men cartoon. I could be dead by then. Don't you agree?
What X-Men cartoon?
The one from the 90s. The good one. They've hired back all the voice actors and they're going to finish out where they left it at a cliffhanger with like 10 episodes.
No, I didn't watch that cartoon because I was already kind of an adult by that point. I already had all the comics that from the 80s, 70s, and 80s that cartoon was based on. So I never watch the cartoon. I actually preferred the animation of the Sunbow cartoon that they had done better. Also, I don't like Wolverine in his yellow and blue outfit as well.
I'm just reporting what I've seen online, and Disney wants more money, so they're going to film 10 more episodes. Because the last anybody ever saw was Professor X being taken off into space by some chick to heal him.
Probably Lilandra. Yeah.
Yep, that one.
Yeah. See, I don't even have to see this.
But we have 3 more months before Doctor Strange comes out.
I thought that came out in June.
No, it comes out in May, I think. At least that's what they were talking about last night, that it was May. Let me double check this. Maybe they were wrong. And give me a release date. Rules. May 6th.
May 6th. Okay. Gotcha. Well, that's not too far away, I suppose.
That's actually 2 months. We just have to get through April into May. And Cinnabon started the hashtag Twitter Block Deej.
Don't block Deej.
Or do. Then I have something funny to talk about. Just let me know when you block me. Don't make me get the memo through others. I was wondering why he finally gave up the argument. No, I know. He just blocked me. I kind of got confused because Professor Brainy Specs was still arguing with him over the fact, and
Yeah.
I just warned him. I said, "You'll be next." Now I understand why he wasn't thrilled to hear from me through LDG stream yesterday. I've seen a video that Bert's girlfriend AOC is doing her rounds in Texas, talking about how Texas is it's inevitable. Texas will turn blue.
Oh, yeah, eventually. It's being flooded with people from, San Antonio and stuff like that. It's just like how, for example, Wisconsin would be a red state if it weren't for Milwaukee. Milwaukee drags down the rest of the state in that regard.
It's like Illinois. It would be a red state if it wasn't for Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Hello, Red Cranium. But we have to put up with Chicago shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or put up with the governor taking $300,000 of COVID money and giving it to Black Lives Matter.
Mm-hmm.
Damn crooks. But hey, they spent their money well buying a former communist building in Canada.
Yeah.
I also see that Gibson Go was hacked and shut down.
What was?
Gibson Go.
What's that? Gifts. Oh, Gifts and Go.
Gifts and go.
What I said. All right.
No, you didn't.
You said gifts and gold.
No,
Gib.
no, we didn't.
Gib.
Give,
Gib.
send, go.
Gib, send,
No, give.
go. What the hell is
Not
it?
Gib.
Go.
Not Gib. GIVE space.
Give.
S
Oh,
S
give.
E N S
Sounds
E
like
N
saying
D
gib.
space. Go. Go.
All right. Give and go. All right.
How can you be deaf with headphones that nice?
No, it's because you guys are fucking with me and saying
No,
shit wrong.
We're speaking that language that you don't understand.
God,
Old
God,
English.
it's a joke. It's a joke. Stop.
Especially when you ask us what it is.
Yeah.
I swear I heard gib. Okay. If it's my
it's
headphones, then I'll get a refund. Okay.
Yeah, we know you will.
Yeah. I'd get a refund for that yard sale.
A refund for that joke.
Oh, I've already made the disclaimer that my jokes are not good, so suck it up. I
Oh, good.
never
It's
have
spreading.
jokes.
Common sense is spreading. What?
Okay, Cinnabon says I need to speak in Florida English. So, hey, I actually got a laugh out of that one, folks. I managed to get one off good.
Yeah.
Well, not you. I was laughing because, good job, Cinnabon. You take the credit for that. Cinnabon's joke.
Yeah, but I pulled it off.
You stole it, just like a baby Grogo.
I'm just like the other comedians. They're always stealing jokes.
Yep.
Most comedians don't have an original thought. All the good comedians that had original thoughts are either dead or so old they don't perform anymore.
Yep. I remember that episode from Fame where somebody stole Danny's joke.
You say?
SLDG makes you want to hold him under till the bubbles stop sometimes, doesn't he?
Yes. As long as you enjoy that kind of thing.
It's okay. He jumps into a pool holding his nose.
Yeah.
It's a good thing Olympic swimmers don't do that. That'd really fuck up their...
They have nose plugs.
Not all of them.
Most of them.
Mr. Miles is in the chat now. Boo! Yes, with socks on too, Carol. Because, Carol, you should be happy about that. Then you didn't have to see his feet.
Ooh.
And there's Jedi
You're
Bill.
asking for it.
There's Jedi Bill. So now you all can yell at him for skipping out on the figure skating competitions and not bringing home the gold.
Yeah, Bill, why didn't you bring home the gold? You would have won
Come
the
on,
belly
Bill.
flop contest.
Come on, Bill. If Tilly can win a marathon, you could have won gold for figure skating. Mr. Miles is the goodest of
Deej should go to the
candidates.
Olympics so we can get the gold for what the hell is it called? Teabagging. Yeah, that's right.
There's that thought.
No, I don't teabag, but I would sit there and
Used
actually
to.
get in one of those luges. I'd do that. That'd be fun. Batman and luge.
I mean, you did it pretty good. I mean, yeah, how hard is it to balance on a chair while doing that?
Well, I'm not the only one that does it. Piper does it now too, so it can't be that hard to balance on a chair. We can both do it. Though I'd like to point out that I did it first. Piper's just copying me now. But she does have a cuter butt to do it with, so there is that too.
Pardon me.
And for some reason, Bill's saying, shut up, Darren Wagner, shut up, Darren Wagner.
What, the belly
He's-
flop comment?
Probably.
Probably. Oh, okay. No. Tough titty.
Cannonball. No, that was LDG.
Yeah.
LDG'd win the cannonball contest. And see, Carol had said, I know, I was so relieved that Pickles wore socks. Mr. Miles, if you want to move to Oklahoma, go talk to Moira Kitty because she's running for governor of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Hey, is Mr. Miles there? Hey.
Yes, Mr. Miles is in the chat. So talk to Moira Kitty. She is running for governor of Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
I ran for president, but I only got 7 votes. I would have had more, but some of the people that said they'd vote for me lived in different countries. Yes, Mr. Miles, she lives there. Hence why she's running for governor. Gotta live in the state that you're running for governor for. Once in a while, Moira will pop over here. Actually, I had an ex-girlfriend that lives in Oklahoma. Actually, 2. I dated one, and then I kind of hooked up with a daughter. But that's another long story. And no, Thomas, they couldn't have voted for me because they weren't Democrats. Jeez. Come on, Thomas. Or not like Illinois, and they weren't dead either. So there's that too.
Hey, that's a Wisconsin thing as well.
Is it? I thought it was just a Chicago thing.
Oh, no. We're too close to Chicago for that not also to be our thing.
Okay, it bled over. Because Chicago's been doing it for decades. And decades. And decades.
Yep.
They thought the mafia was bad in New York. Now they ain't got nothing on Chicago's.
Oh, yeah. New York mob wouldn't do business with Chicago.
Yeah, because they know Chicago's way too crooked. But at least Chicago's predictable. The only time the Chicago has fooled me was when the Bears won the Super Bowl and the Cubs won the World Series. It's the only time Chicago's confused me. So what else is going on in this world today?
Spending money. What? What else is going on?
That song is still stuck in your head?
Dude, screw you. It's your fault.
3 days after I do it, and it's still stuck in his head.
Oh, it's a good song, but like, geez.
It's not like that fast food song that your girlfriend likes to sing a lot.
Oh, God. I don't know what's up with that.
That's the thing, Thomas. The Cubs didn't cheat. I'm still confused on it. Everybody cheats to Thomas Potts, though. And 54.5 starts singing, "You are my sunshine, my only sunshine." No, you will not get that stuck in my head, 54. Because I have a vast music collection. I can just play something that's even worse than that and get it stuck in my head. Like Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
Oh yeah, Tiny Tim.
I actually have the version from the 30s.
Oh,
Also, so it's kind of even worse, if you can
Yo.
imagine that.
did you sell your dad's Lennon Sisters album, LDG?
No, I'm not selling that.
Oh, you're not. Okay.
Jedi Bill, you're being mean.
Anything like that. If I sell it, it's going to be for collectors, not a yard sale. Basically.
Let's see. What's Jedi Bill saying here?
Yesterday, I turned in to LDG's channel in the morning. Darren Wagoner was talking, so I left. And when I came back 5 hours later, Darren Wagoner was still talking. So shut up, at Darren Wagoner.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at anybody. I was just
So we got people that call Darren Darian, and now we have Wagoner. Put them together. Put them together. Darian Wagoner.
That wagon in her. Oh, a wagoner. Okay.
Yes, he says it's uncanny.
I don't know what's got.
Derriere wagging. I do that when I climb up on the chair. I wag my derriere.
Yeah, I don't know what's gotten into Jedi Bill lately.
I know he keeps attacking everyone. I think maybe that's his new style.
His new shtick. Yeah,
He's going to be the
he's working with it.
Morton Downey Jr. of YouTube.
Okay. Oh,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll be the first person to say a funny joke about how Darren talks and talks and talks and talks and talks. And
Just like LDG.
keep working on it, should I?
And
at least I don't
talks.
talk about myself. Like NV Geek.
No. You're the guy that knows a little bit about everything. It's like that guy in the pawn shop. I told you, there's not one thing that yesterday. It happened yesterday. It's like, does anybody know this? Know about this? And it's like, nope. Oh, it's a daring question. I'll ask him later. Oh, you know what the question was? Does silver change color over time, or does it corrode or anything like that?
It'll
Not
tarnish,
corrode,
but
but-
tarnish isn't the same as rust. It's
Okay.
it requires rust. In order for silver to tarnish, there needs to be some sort of sulfide or sulfur in the air. So you do get a little bit of that when you're outside. So, for example, a silver bell that's hanging outside will eventually tarnish. But if you keep a piece of silver in like a box, it probably won't tarnish anywhere near as quickly. And some people actually like tarnish on their silver. It's called the antiquing, because the tarnish only covers the surface of the silver, so it actually creates a patina that protects the silver. So if it's tarnished or antiqued, don't take the tarnish or antiquing off, because then it'll retarnish and then it'll wear away your silver.
And you don't want any retarnished silver.
Right.
You have to send it to school in a
I mean,
little.
you
bus or
talked about
something.
those silver quarters you had, LD, that your dad had, and how they were kind of worn. Well, there's two reasons for that. One is they were probably cleaned several times, and also because silver is a softer metal and will the engraving on it, like Washington's face or whatever, will eventually lose detail over time, especially if they're in circulation.
Just smack Washington in the face with a hammer and watch how it smashes things all up.
How would you well, I don't even know if it is silver, first of all. So I got to test to see if it's even silver.
Mhm.
It's a plate my father got
Ooh,
for
a plate.
a plate. Yeah, and
So
it's
so
very
not
prestigious
sterling.
plate. It's not
Sterling silver then probably, because that's what they
possibly.
made dinnerware out of. Sterling silver is silver with, I believe, at least 10% copper mixed into it. Yeah, sterling silver is an alloy of silver containing 92.5% by weight of silver and 7.5% by weight of other metals, usually copper. The sterling silver standard has a minimum millesimal fineness of 925. So, yeah.
All right.
Sometimes,
So still keep the tarnish on it.
well, it will eventually, but it'll stain less than a fine silver will because of the added
I
metal.
don't know because it looks bad. Like it looks. I gotta show you. Like it's covered in patina. If this is patina,
Okay.
and I can't even. It doesn't look silver at all. Like it's so bad. It doesn't even look like silver. But
Stop
it's
putting
supposed
it
to
in
be
the
a
dishwasher.
very good award. Like it
Yeah.
has my dad's name on it. Like they put his name on the damn plate. You know what I mean? So, and it's not engraved. It's like punched in.
It's fine, Bill. Don't worry about it. But yeah, take a show us on camera or take a picture of it or something.
Yeah, I'll show you on camera. Yeah. It was like a 3-plate set. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Some people use a chemical electrolysis bath to remove tarnish from silver. I've seen it online. Yeah. Sterling silver is not like the kind of silver that one should stack if they're stacking silver, but there have been some coins made out of it. I mean, I wouldn't put forks and spoons in your stack, but I mean, maybe one example of one coin if it's cool, that sterling would be fine.
Bum, 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 bum.
What's
Doodah.
insane is palladium. Palladium is just insane. It's worth more than gold right now. Sorry, go ahead.
And if you really want to find out if it's silver, just take a bite out of it. Be like the dude on Rudolph. You could tell. Just bite on it. Melt it down. Make a pair of grills for your teeth. We can call you your rap name, Little Geek.
Do 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 do.
Geeky Geek
Damn
in
you,
the
teach.
Fresh Prince. I don't know.
Damn.
That's right. Mr. Miles just says, take it down to almost any pawn shop and they'll be able to tell you if it's silver.
Yeah, they'll weigh it. They're able to calculate the density. Silver is very, I mean, you can always tell when you're holding silver because it's heavier. It feels heavier than it should.
Unless it's fake silver and it's actually lead, then it would be really heavy.
Oh, yeah. The Chinese have been counterfeiting a lot of American silver by putting like a big chunk of lead or aluminum or whatever into them, cheap metals. So, yeah, sometimes it behooves you to buy one of those, whatever they're called, spectrometer weighing devices to weigh your own silver.
Cinnabon says, clean the plate. If it tarnishes within a few days, it's at least silver plated.
Yeah, don't be like our friend Tim, who decided to put his now ex-wife's cast iron skillet in the dishwasher and then put it away.
Yeah, that's a no-no.
Yeah,
That's a no-no.
she finds it in the drawer all rusted out. What the fuck? And he's like, "Did you wash this?" And he goes, "Well, yeah. You don't do that to a skillet." He learned the hard way that day. That poor guy.
He found out the second use of a cast iron skillet. It's used as a club.
I still haven't used my damn skillet yet. Damn it.
Oh, that's right. You bought a Lodge, didn't you?
Yeah.
$20 Lodge.
It's Lodge. It's Lodge.
Why haven't you used it?
What? Because I just haven't had a moment to use it. Like, I haven't cooked yet. And then, like, some water got on it, and I forgot to take it off, and I'm, like, worried if, like, that's ruined now.
Well, if you can't see rust, then don't worry about it.
But, yeah. But it's supposed to be already protected, like, sealed or whatever. So,
Yeah, if it's already got, usually they come with pre-seasoning on them now, so you're okay, but you want to build on that seasoning. You don't want to let it wear off.
Hello, pop culture.
What's up, Pops?
And yes, rust cleans off. Just get a sandblaster. Blast it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll blast something, all right.
There's a guy on YouTube, or a couple people on YouTube, that took a disc sander to a $20 Lodge skillet to give it a mirror finish. Because Lodge, I don't like Lodge. They use too much metal. They're heavy, and then they also have a very rough cooking surface. It feels like the liner of a pickup truck, and you want it to be smoother. And
you laugh at me, LTG, but back in olden times, that's how they did clean cast iron skillets. They threw some sand in there, and
yeah. I mean, my personal rule is you never put anything in your skillet that you wouldn't put in your mouth. So what I use to clean it with, actually, if I needed something gritty, is just salt. Get some coarse salt and rub that around in there, and then that's the abrasive that I use in it, and then rinse it off with hot water, heat it up to get the evaporate all the trace water on the surface, and then you have to re-season it. So
sand, actually, if you got clean sand, that makes sense. It's rougher than, it's rough.
Or if you
it's got minerals.
Really want to be safe, go to your local farming supply area and get you a salt lick. You can scrub it down with salt lick.
There you go.
Or, I mean, obviously, back when people were using cast iron skillets all the time, that's all we had. The soap that they used back then was always made with lye, and it was really harsh and would just tear off your seasoning. But today's stuff, like Lemon Fresh Joy and dishwashing liquid, is really gentle. So you can probably get away with washing it that way. You just have to make sure you completely dry it out. You put it on the stove after you've towel dried it to make sure that there's no moisture at all on it, and then you re-season it.
My idea.
Salt lick, Thomas. It's a big block of salt. You normally put out for animals so they can just come by and lick it to get their salt.
Thomas Potts, lick salty? No, we're not licking salty.
Oh God.
We don't even need that image in our head, Thomas. And now I have an image of Thomas Potts licking salty. That's just gross.
He's not live, is he?
No. I figured he'd go live as soon as I start streaming.
Salty Trekker lost another 100 subscribers in the last month.
I lost 2, but I figured one of them was Bio Mike.
Well, yeah.
Mr. Miles says it's also smart to use salt to clean wooden chopping boards.
Yeah.
Again, nothing grows in salt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Actually,
plus,
there are special palm trees, saltwater palm trees,
What he's talking about is like fungus germs, the
bacteria.
kind of
I know.
We're not worried about palm trees growing out of our cabin.
I know. What, can you just go with the joke?
no, we're not
Just
going with
go
the
with it. Don't
No,
tear me up. Okay.
My jokes are bad.
Come on.
If my jokes are bad, you get to get yours ripped apart too.
It was just it was just a fun fact that there are things that can grow in salt. That's all.
It's a
Yes,
skit.
there are.
It's a skit.
Don't even try to destroy my word, okay?
Seaweed
You're
growing
fucking
saltwaters.
upside down, deranged, mutated, perverted version of that word.
It's a snit. It's a snit.
It's a spit.
Yes. Spaceman Spiff.
Stay away.
No, it's my word.
Boy, Angry Cops has a really, really amazing video he put out this morning about the largest stolen valor fraud in history. And it's just, I won't go into it, but if you all know what stolen valor is, it's
Yes, I do know it's stolen valor.
yes, and it's just unbelievable. But yeah.
Darren mirrored my own thoughts. And a heart from Mr. Miles.
Mr. Miles. Oh, Mr. Miles. Yeah, I haven't heard from Mr. Miles in a while. He did some really good editing for Andy Trekker. I kind of wish he'd do something for my videos.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could.
Wish you would. I just wish you would hang out with us more.
Yeah.
Like rare.
I've got the exclusive contract to Mr. Miles now.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Well, not really, but it sounded funny.
No, it's not Biden, Mr. Miles. The stolen valor is. Did Biden even serve? I don't even know if he did or not. Let's see.
Well, he was a truck driver, remember?
Yeah, I know. I love how when you ask people if you serve, no, I'm a school. Yeah, I'm a school teacher. I'm like, no. What branch did you serve in?
Well, I don't know. That can count because isn't it Nevada that brought in National Guard to be teachers now?
Yeah, to be substitute teachers. Yeah. But no, it was like, okay, when my brother owned a jerky store, he'd have this special deal if you were in law enforcement, or if you're a veteran or you're in law enforcement, active duty or retired. You could get a 10% discount on jerky at his store, and all you had to do is provide something. And you don't have to produce your DD-214 if you had a tattoo or something like that corroborated your story. He'd give it to you. And invariably, what would happen is these people would come in and look at that sign and then look at them blankly. Well, what do you do for teachers? As if there's some equivalent. And 9 times out of 10, that person who asked that was a woman.
Well, 9 times out of 10, teachers are women.
Yeah.
Teachers are women. But anyway, yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, it doesn't say here that. Oh wait, here we go. Nope. Biden did not serve. I'm not finding any information on it. At least not on his Wikipedia.
I didn't think he did.
I love this. Though a poor student, he was class president in his junior and senior years. He graduated in 1861 at the University of Delaware in Newark. Biden briefly played freshman football, and as an unexceptional student, earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in 1965 with a double major in history and political science and a minor in English. Okay. it's kind of funny how they're really not sugarcoating his history here. They're talking about how bad his grades were every second they can.
Couple up, Luger.
Yeah, Fluger just turned his head. What up, Fluger?
Yes, Thomas, that does explain it, that he had a minor in English. And Mr. Mouse says, depending upon what you want done, I may be able to help with some edits.
So I love this. When you ask Google, did Joe Biden serve in the military? The first 3 articles are talking about how he's the commander in chief of as president. It's like, no, that's not what we're asking. And then you have to go down farther, and finally you get to, did Joe Biden serve in the U.S. military at Cora? No. Yeah.
Oh. Let's see what else. Nothing else is really trending worth a shit today.
Well, that's nice, Mr. Miles. You can hit me up. I guess my email address is available on my YouTube page. And I don't know what I'd have you do. It'd be very sparse at first, but No, Mr. Miles, if you're the President of the United States, that doesn't mean you've served in the military, because the president, as part of his position, can tell people who are serving in the military what to do, but only during wartime. That's another misconception. It's like the president only becomes commander in chief in a time of war. I mean, obviously, he still has some stroke and swing and all kinds of stuff, obviously, with the military, but that's a common misconception. Oh, you put me up by the bunny.
I can switch back down. There you go.
It's kind of like Bill Clinton was the first president I'd ever in my lifetime that never served in the military, because he dodged the draft. He didn't go. So
I think I'll be doing. Hey, Darren.
Fine.
I wanted to do a short, right? So I'm coming up with these shorts. I've been thinking about what to do, and I was thinking of a short that would basically randomly pick a word from your lovely dictionary that you decided to share with me and do a short on a word a day.
Okay. Sounds like a good idea.
I don't know. Sounds like something we could do a duet on. 60 seconds. 59 seconds.
I help with this. I mean,
I don't know if you're interested. I
already know what the first short will be from LTG.
What?
Prometheus. Am I right?
No.
Wait.
You know what my first word's going to be?
What?
My first word's going to be dingbat. Okay? Dingbat.
That's
like Deej is a dingback.
Dingback?
Dingbat. Sorry. Dingbat. Dingbat. I'm going to bat my foot up your ass in a second. Dingbat.
You can't call me a dingbat because that's Edith already.
Yeah.
The what?
A ninny hammer. There you go. Ninny hammer. That's a good word. A whole bunch of nice old-fashioned words like jobbernow or nitty noddy, stooky, puzzlehead, Mary Andrew, dizzard, all kinds of great old words you guys can play around with.
Yeah, Pluger, I'll never look into LDG shorts either. That's not where I want to look. And the random menace Joseph is in the chats. Greetings from the future. My next comment will cause an explosion. And this world needs a Lana Wachowski Matrix WandaVision crossover.
Speaking of which, LD, did you see the Doctor Strange trailer that debuted yesterday?
No, I haven't.
A bit more.
Something I should see.
Well, I think so. There's something that you've been waiting for, and it also relates to WandaVision as well. So you might
Mephisto.
You might have been right in the end about at least a couple of things. So I recommend you watch
What?
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
You better watch it.
You're kidding.
No.
No, is this a joke? No, God, don't fuck with me.
No.
This is
Okay,
not a
don't
joke.
fuck with me on
Here,
WandaVision.
I'm gonna give you the link here. Here we go.
You may want to watch it.
Okay, there's the
Okay.
link to the private chat.
Can you give me a
Watch
hint? Well,
No.
I'm
Watch
give me a
it, and then come back. You just silence yourself and watch that trailer maybe a couple of times, and then with and without sound, whatever you want to do.
maybe a couple times.
Yeah, yeah.
It only takes one time to be right, and then I'm just gonna. Okay, listen. No.
Well, because I had to watch it a couple times because there was a lot of stuff in there. I went frame by frame just to get as much information as I could out of the trailer. But listen to it, obviously, or watch it with sound on, obviously. But then you might want to look at it a second time if you want it. But just come back and talk to us because I'm sure you'll have some things to say.
If you're correct and I'm right about anything, Deej is not going to want me back.
Yeah, but the thing is, I can put you down below.
You do realize that there's a Pandora box.
But
if I'm even close to being right about WandaVision and going to the hospital for it.
Did you just
Yeah, but
say
see-
a Pantera's box?
yeah,
Pandora's.
Pandora.
First
Pandora. I said Pandora. Screw me.
No, I'm not screwing you. No.
I'll just slide that in there.
I
All right,
just
give me
see
a minute.
I can just
I'll
see
go
a
inside
video
here.
coming out soon.
What?
I can just see a video coming out soon that says I was right.
Eat shit, Andy Trekker. I was right.
Oh, I'm gonna go on so many streams that I have to go on and brag if that's right. Yeah.
Chris Knight, if
So
you're out
many
there
streams.
listening, run.
You got me pumped. This is
Enzo,
interesting.
You're out there listening, Enzo. Run.
Yeah. Hanzo's one of them. Yeah. Comic. Yeah. Even freaking comic division. Yeah.
All right, you got the link? I put it in private chat.
All right. I'm not inside. Just give me a minute.
You're not inside? Oh, okay. That's
I'm
right.
still doing shit. Damn it.
That's right. You're yard sailing.
Remember, I'm the only one on the panel who's actually not sitting on his ass right now. Sorry.
Who says I'm not laying down right now?
Hey, Bender,
I'm standing up.
you're standing up my ass. Look at shit.
No, I'm definitely not
And-
standing up your ass.
And no, Carol, he can't go 2 minutes without saying being sexually gross with his words.
What are you talking about? What comes out of my mouth is my choice. Okay?
Right.
All right.
She's commenting on the choices you're making.
Hello.
Mostly a bad choice, but he still makes them, so just let him go, folks. But I do think we've opened Pandora's box now by telling LDG that he may have been right all along.
Yes. Now, I can't wait to see this because in order for me to be right and I had a video of this. Okay, that so much would have to happen. So I have no clue what you're talking about.
All I'm going to say is they do allude to someone that you kept professing over and over and over and over and over and over.
Nemesis?
No.
Mephisto. Okay. Okay, if it's just the fact that Mephisto could be in the picture, I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm right about that. But
You're just going to have to watch
I got to see it. I mean, if you're saying this, when you saw this, did that actually come into your head?
Now, also, be ready to be triggered because they will show Wanda's house in this trailer, too.
Yeah,
okay, one second. I got somebody coming up.
They show scenes from WandaVision in it, but yeah.
Rant Yosef says, shall we tell him the truth? Mr. Miles yelling at him just to go watch. Just wait. He won't notice what you're all talking about.
Probably not. He'll come back. What the fuck? You got me all hyped up for nothing. No, we didn't. Let's watch it again.
Mr. Miles does hope we're trolling him and raising his hopes before popping his bubble.
Well, it wasn't. It wasn't the Mephisto thing. It was about something else. He kept talking about how, about a certain other universe was going to intersect with this one.
I was trying to throw him off though to make him go watch it.
Yeah, he's gonna watch.
He was getting too excited, and I didn't want him spurting all over the stream.
Yeah, his blood sugar was starting to get really high. You could tell.
Well, Tiki, you shouldn't have been smoking and drinking so much last night. You wouldn't be hungover.
Those robot guards that sort of guide a shackled Doctor Strange to his meeting with whomever. They look an awful lot like Ultron to me.
A little bit. They do.
Mm-hmm.
Which gives the illusion that one of the 6 will be Reed Richards.
Yeah. You could also have Robert Downey Jr. back, too, as an alternate. Tony Stark.
Or they could bring somebody else in as an alternate Tony Stark.
I could, yeah.
I'm kind of pushing towards Reed Richards, though, so since they already showed Patrick Stewart in as Professor X in that trailer, that they're probably going to allude to Reed Richards so they can get the Fantastic Four going.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think I just sold the food processor. One second.
I'm pushing towards Reed Richards. Will be up there. You'll have.
He's back.
You'll have Peggy Carter's Captain Carter up there, Professor X. Patrick Stewart originally didn't want to do it because he said the ending for Logan was perfect.
Yeah. Well, I can totally understand that, but you know what? He needs money. Picard ain't exactly a success.
No.
I mean,
got to make that money for all them Depends he's probably wearing at this point.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll de-age him a little bit, though, for the movie.
I hope not. I think the de-aging is really hit or miss, mostly miss, in my opinion, whenever they do that. The only de-aging I ever thought was really good looking, though, I will say, that was done by Marvel movies. Michelle Pfeiffer, when they de-aged her in Ant-Man and the Wasp in the beginning, I thought that was incredible. And then the other one, of course, everybody talks about is Samuel L. Jackson. But the problem with, of course, de-aging is you can de-age somebody's face, but then the rest of their body is going to be all,
Well,
know,
it won't matter too much with him because they'll have him sitting in a damn chair.
Right, exactly. You're right. Yeah, it works. Okay, Random Menace. Do you think he really needs the money? Honestly, I don't think a lot of those actors are as wealthy as people think they are. And one of the reasons why they filmed a lot of Picard in California was because Patrick Stewart didn't want to go on location anywhere. So, there were demands made, and I don't know. Thing is, I know that the secret hideout Star Trek shows just aren't. We know they're not making a lot of money because they would be bragging about how much money they're making. If they were, they'd be talking about their views, their hits, how many people watched. They're not doing any of that stuff.
Then you look at ones like Doctor Who, they try to brag about their numbers, and it's kind of pathetic.
Yeah, it's.
I love their whole argument. Well, we're not getting a ton of views now because everyone's locked down. Wouldn't that be a reason why they should be getting views?
Right, exactly. Yeah, especially for streaming. Now, the de-aging of Kurt Russell was really good. That was the first time I remember Marvel using the Lola technology for Kurt Russell. He was good. Michael Douglas, on the other hand, was weird because he was hi there, Douglas was weird because he wasn't exactly young. He was just less old,
Hello, Joseph.
And greetings from the future. I hope LD is not going to kick my butt after the comment I made in the chat earlier. But
He don't read comments. Are you kidding?
I just wanted to hear him yell at me, but he didn't. So I'm a little bit disappointed.
He never reads comments. So
anyway, there when we were talking about the money, I was listening to a stream. Who was it? I think who's the guy doing all the Orville streams? The bearded guy doing the videos on YouTube.
Okay.
He basically not Orville Nation. He basically dedicated. That doesn't matter. He was talking about how actors basically TV show actors basically don't have like that much money, and that because he was talking about something like the actors from the Orville that they are looking after other opportunities. So it is really questionable if after season 3 there will be like a season 4 of the Orville, because they literally just get, I don't know, if you earn something like 100K for a TV show in 1 year and then you have nothing, it's basically nothing. Putting it strongly in quotes, compared to like movie actors, but honestly, Patrick Stewart is a movie actor, and I think he is so long in the showbiz that not having basically a backup plan, like bunch of money in his account, would be illogical,
Well, a lot of these actors, they're in movies. I mean, the actor who played Dr. McCoy, DeForest Kelley, had a problem as he was getting older because he wouldn't be insured. And William Shatner actually went to bat and actually got Paramount to pay him a small stipend. And to pay for his health care and stuff like that in the last 10 years before he died. And so this was a situation where DeForest had been in movies. He'd been in movies that weren't Star Trek movies. He'd been in TV series. And he didn't have a whole lot of money,
But to be honest, when you look at the Star, even the Star Trek movies, 1 through 6, where he basically acted, those movies were not like the blockbusters, the totally high grossing movies. Those were always like a niche, very profitable, but still a niche. So their salaries were as well not in millions. But I
Right.
assume that Marvel was paying Patrick Stewart
Yeah.
in the range of millions in.
What really hurt DeForest Kelly was when he got too old to attend conventions, because convention appearances, getting paid for those kind of things, that was where the real, it's just like a rock star, right? He gets a triple platinum record or whatever, but he doesn't make a lot of money off of that. That's the
Yes,
the
understandable.
record
Yeah,
label. He makes money off of performing live, in arenas and things. That's why they all wanted to go. That was where the money was actually made for them.
yeah. That's
And
why they are asking like $100 for a picture taken with them, and yeah.
right, exactly.
That's
And,
why they still haul Nichelle Nichols all over the place, even with her health issues. They're still dragging her to here, there, and everywhere.
she's not got long for this world anyway. But yeah, but so Stewart, we don't know. I mean, there was he I think it was after Nemesis came out when he said that, okay, I'm never going to play Jean-Luc Picard again, and then 15 years later, he's like, Jean-Luc Picard is back, and he needed money.
And honestly, in terms of the Star Trek shows that you mentioned that they wouldn't be profitable, do you think they would basically prolong every single show, give them another seasons if those shows were really financial disasters? When you think purely from the economic standpoint, it doesn't make sense that those shows wouldn't be successful. To a certain degree, I'm not saying those are the greatest shows, and totally I understand. I'm not the biggest fan, honestly. I'm watching Discovery, and I'm the one who was always on the positive side. But the last season basically broke me in terms of like they are not moving away from the narrative. It's getting basically they are basically stuck in a loop. But I don't enjoy the show. But I can tell you that I was rewatching Picard, and I was extremely critical to the show, and I can see the appeal. It's still not the best show. Definitely, I would rather watch 10,000 times Deep Space Nine over and over to Picard, but it's still not the worst show. And the animated shows, especially what is it called? Prodigy. I fell in love with the show like from the first episode. I don't know why. It's appealing in some ways. They say they made it for children. I wanted to say, make all the Star Trek shows for children,
Right.
because then you hit the points that Star Trek should make: the friendship, the overcoming together all the problems, and so on and so on. This is what the show should bring: the morality tale. And this is what you get in Prodigy. This is something that you don't get in Discovery, not at all.
Yeah, again, we don't know the ins and outs of the
Yes, but
the lucrative contract that Les Moonves gave to Secret Hideout and JJ. I mean, they, they may have a guaranteed number of seasons.
Yeah.
That's entirely possible.
I can understand that they made season 2 of Discovery because we know that Netflix paid for it. Basically, that Netflix paid for season 1, and they gave them money for season 2, and they had all the sets built. So, and once you have the most expensive part already paid, you are going just to invest into basically the filming. And but they gave even to Discovery season 5 for some reason. Which I don't understand, honestly, at this point.
I can understand it. They wanted to make sure that it had more seasons than the original series and Enterprise.
Well, there's that, and they're buying content for for Paramount Plus, and a lot of it's just they need content, and only one hit is required to make a streaming platform successful.
But they have only is it NCIS shows?
Mhm. See, what I
And
think is
and NCIS is the most successful TV show on US TV.
right, and what I think is happening is those crime procedural shows that Paramount has on Paramount Plus and CBS All Access, whatever they're called now. I think that's subsidizing the Star Trek stuff
But
because
why would
those shows don't. Mhm.
Darren, would you subsidize it? You know what? I always can understand when you can go to a store and buy an inkjet printer for $20 because once the ink is out, you need to buy a new one, and that ink costs you another $20. So there you make money. But
Right.
with subsidizing like one show with another, for what?
They've done that all the time. HBO. For the longest time, people were like, "Okay, you got Game of Thrones. Why in the fuck do you have girls on that show? Nobody watches it. It's terrible." Well, it's being subsidized by Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones gets people to subscribe to HBO, and you got their money at that point. And as long as you're taking more money than it costs to make a show like Game of Thrones, you can throw that other money around for other content and see if it's a hit. Great. If not,
Okay, LDG's been gone for quite a while. I think maybe the trailer just sent him back to the hospital, folks.
connection there.
I just watched the trailer, and the trailer was really. I saw it earlier today on Twitter, but I didn't have time to watch it, so I watched it right now when you recommended it to LDG.
Mm-hmm.
I'm confused because the trailer is flashy, shows so many things, gives us like some hints, but zero about the movie. And if we know how Marvel is with trailers. They basically put their stuff that doesn't necessarily end up then in the final movie.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I know they do that, and it's basically a special effects reel. I mean, the weakest part of the trailer for me is America Chavez, but there's a lot of interesting stuff there, and
it is.
Okay.
But the question
I'm back.
is, no idea.
Oh,
Hi,
hey.
LD. Hi,
What's
LD.
up, dude? Long time no here. I just watched WandaVision.
I was expecting I was expecting you yelling at me for the comment that I put in the chat, and you were just silent. Okay.
Oh no, I'm doing a yard sale, man. I'm not even behind my computer.
Oh, sorry.
But I just watched. I did sit down for a quick minute and watch what you told me to watch, and I have no clue what the hell you guys are talking about.
Really?
Okay. You didn't catch the part where Patrick Stewart's voice comes on, and it's clearly him that Cumberbatch is looking at. It's Professor X
at the trial. When they arrested him.
at his trial, and so you have what you're starting to have, and it's related to WandaVision because Wanda's in it. This whole situation where the Fox X-Men are starting to coalesce.
Oh, but that wasn't a theory though. Well, the theory was the damn Hex was gonna turn everybody into some shit or some kind of but no, that's not.
It's not just what Doctor Strange did to help Spider-Man that has caused this problem. Wanda's misadventure in WandaVision is also contributing to this event. And so, I thought you'd.
Well, we'll see. I want to know who that guy in the end was. I don't know, the guy with like 9 arms, whatever.
That's evil Doctor Strange. If you
is it?
Look at it, that's him. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably the one from What If.
Well, or What If?
Yeah.
Reality.
But we also saw what looked like Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel in that. So
And another one from the What Ifs are the zombie ones and the Peggy Carter.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that trailer again because I didn't see any zombie.
Yeah, well, they looked like a zombie. It looked like Wanda was like half dead or something. Either she was damaged or she was a zombie. Too similar.
Well, there's also
It's
the one
literally
Doctor Strange.
everything that Marvel did in the last something like 2 to 3 years. Basically, looks like a climax is going to climax in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Well, given that, yeah, I think this is when everything coalesces. But there's visual references to the events of the Loki miniseries as well in that trailer, and that's what kind of. I mean, it looks like Strange is actually in that same end point world that Loki found himself in the last 2 episodes of Loki.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
The end of time, or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, there the branching of the universe is started.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, that's the thing, right? Yeah. We're now fighting our own survival based on the growth of the universe. That's no longer being controlled by the TVA, but the TVA still exists.
Yeah.
And yes, Mr. Miles, I do think it's going to be the setup for Secret Wars.
Well, I don't know about Secret Wars. I mean, Kang seems to be the one they were building up towards in Loki, and he's a good enough, solid enough villain to carry a whole phase, But
yes, we'll have Wanda be pretty much the bad guy in this movie too.
Against her will, from at least it seems in the trailer.
I got no problem with that. There might be more than one Wanda in here too. I mean,
there is. There's a scene of it.
We saw that. That could be a an illusion or something that she's perceiving. But I mean, we don't know. We don't know anything.
There'll probably be at least 2 Wandas and 3 Doctor Stranges.
Yeah.
And this is basically what the trailer gave us: talking points without nothing substantial behind it. Because
but I mean,
it was
after
CGI fest.
Yeah, after the success of No Way Home, which featured Doctor Strange prominently in it, he's getting a hell of a boost in potential audience for this. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he gets over half the audience that Spider-Man did for this movie.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, if they wanted to get all of them, they should have just flashed a Spider-Man on there or something related.
Mr. Miles, I read the first Secret Wars back in the 80s and the second one, but that's it from the late 80s. And I didn't read anything else that had Secret Wars on it after that, because to me,
the Spider-Man one was good.
The Secret Wars was one event. So
you got to remember, LDG, Spider-Man's back to being just friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He's not really going to be, because nobody really remembers him. So
yeah. Well, still, they could still do something.
Yeah, but we could get any other Spider-Man, not necessarily Tom Holland Spider-Man, or we could get even Miles Morales.
God, Miles Morales.
If they want.
We don't need Obama Spider-Man.
I think we're going to see, though, a cameo of Wolverine in this one.
Be nice. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing some version of
Obama.
I mean, what's that? Yeah,
Spider Obama.
The big joke online is we're going to see a Danny DeVito Wolverine.
He's a little too old for that now, but
he'd be Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
Now I want to see a alligator Loki make a return.
Alligator Loki.
I'm not
and
kidding.
Frog
I am
Thor.
not kidding.
Thor.
I'm sorry, but Frog Thor had a cameo in
Loki.
Loki, and that story, if that was a 3-part story during Thor's Walt Simonson run, and that would make an epic film if they did. I don't care if they do it in animation or CG or a combination of both, live action and animation. But that would be a really fun story to tell if they ever get around to it.
Maybe it'll be in the what ifs next season.
Well, it's not a what if. It actually happened in the continuity of the comic.
I
So
know, but they might throw it in there.
The question is, we are getting season 2 of Loki. At least they hinted it at the end of season 1 that there will be a season 2. So maybe there.
I don't think they hinted it. I think they literally said.
Oh,
There's
or
gonna
they
be
said
one.
it. Yeah, they said it. Loki will return. Yeah.
Hey, you're getting another Loki. You're going to get another probably Falcon and Winter Soldier. You're going to get what ifs.
I can go behind the idea of what ifs because that was animated. That was well done. But I'm not sure. Do we need Falcon and the Winter Soldier like season 2? Because that storyline was pretty much wrapped up.
I don't need it, to be honest, especially with the way it ended. I mean, I'm not crazy about Sam Wilson being the new Falconized Captain America or Captain Americanized Falcon. This idea of him having the wings and the shield and throwing it, and I
didn't mind the show. It wasn't bad, but it was so preachy, so extremely preachy. Yeah, especially at the end. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that speech that Mackie had to give at the end, it was so ham-handed and so it used all the verbiage of the SJWs, and that's what and that's not what he is. Yeah.
And it was and the one thing that I saw there, it was completely aimed at the U.S. audience. I can tell you that I'm going to use the word that Salty so much. It doesn't resonate with the rest of the world, at all. Because that was completely U.S. centric.
Yeah. It did establish a couple of things though going forward. It established the U.S. agent, the other the John Walker version of Captain America that does covert ops. So he's back in action at the end of that show. It also established that you can have a super soldier, serum exposure and not turn into a big hunky guy anymore. The refined super soldier serum that they introduced in that show, like the scientist said, it says it's not gonna make you look like you're on roids. You're gonna look normal, but it's gonna enhance everything, and so that saves them on effects. It also makes Captain America a bit more unique in terms of his story, and then it also established that Sharon Carter's niece is the villain, the Power.
She's the villain. Yeah, basically we saw that. Guys, I really sometimes I wish you could watch the shows the way I watch those shows without any previous knowledge of the comic books.
Right.
So I
The only
don't
way to enjoy them.
I don't drag the ballast with me, because probably if I knew the comics like you do, Darren, or ULD, I would probably be as pissed at WandaVision like you were. I would probably hate it the same way, but I didn't because there is literally nothing.
You need to join the dark side.
I didn't
to the dark side.
I'm waiting for the next train wreck called She-Hulk.
Yeah, we're waiting. It's like the showrunner for that show comes on and says, "I'm a huge fan of the comics." And my first question is which comics, because there's a world difference between the ones that came out 20, 30 years ago and the ones that we've had closer to now, like within the last 10 years.
Yeah.
It's
90s She-Hulk was the shit.
80s She-Hulk was really where it really shined, and then 80s also was sort of derivative of that. But then you start getting into the aughts and then the tens, and that's when they started changing it from she's basically Ally McBeal, and again preachy. It's not anything I want to watch. Now I will watch it obviously, but I don't want She-Hulk. I want more of the Hulk. And
Well, he's going to be in it quite a
Sexist.
bit, and Matt Murdock is supposed to be in it quite a bit.
yeah, we'll see. But
Murdoch would be nice.
yeah. I do want a new Punisher too, but I don't want a Punisher like the one that we got in the comics now, who only uses swords and has a fucked up demonic skull on his chest.
That's temporary, I heard. That's not even like the new thing, right?
No,
That's just
no
temporary.
Every once in a while, they fuck around with the Punisher. They turn him into an undead. They make him undead. Like Frankencastle, the Frankencastle version of the Punisher, or they'll make him have like spiritual spectral weapons instead of actual like machine guns and stuff. And then eventually, after all those these other tries at redefining the Punisher fail, then they come back to basics where he's just a he's basically the character from Taxi Driver, and that's what we'll see. But I think they should get
We'll see.
I mean, I think they should get.
Yes.
I liked Bernthal, except for the fact that his shoulders were too narrow. He was not tall enough. He just wasn't imposing enough the way the Punisher is supposed to be. He had the right face, though. He had just the perfect face for it. But you need somebody that's about the same size and proportions as Chris Evans to play that part.
And let's face it, Blumenthal was just basically rehashing his Shane character from The Walking Dead.
I didn't get that at all, but I didn't get that at all. But they monkeyed around with his origin again. They can't keep it simple, and that was another part. At least they didn't make him like a cop or a DEA agent like in previous attempts. But my favorite part of that Punisher series was when he, at the construction site when he took apart those construction guys with a hammer. But yeah,
it's all the waiting game. We'll wait and see what they do when they bring him out.
now the Black Adam movie trailer was interesting because it looks like it's obviously not a solo movie. It's actually a team movie in which Black Adam joins this team that resembles the Justice Society of America. You got Dr. Fate in there. You got Atom Smasher. You had a few other characters that I recognized. So that's interesting.
I'm just waiting for the next one on Sony where they're going to bring back... I think, no, it's not. Is it Sony?
What?
Mordo. They're bringing back the Vulture for one.
Oh, probably for Morpheus.
Yeah, Morpheus. They're bringing the Vulture in Morpheus.
Mm-hmm. And I tell you, one movie that I was impressed with when I saw the trailer. I don't care how stupid it might be. I'll probably watch it. Is that Jurassic World Dominion? Bringing the three main actors from Jurassic Park back for that as well.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people talking. They think this will be the best one out of them all.
Well, what I find interesting, of course, is we're finally getting something really new, which is basically the world's been, overrun with dinosaurs now, and they show them in all kinds of different habitats and things and adapting and,
Yeah, we've seen them running through Paris.
Yeah, it looks like there's two T-Rexes in the town square in Paris, and then plus raptors, and it's just, yeah.
Did you like the trailer?
I did. I again, anything with great big monsters with big teeth and stuff.
Yeah, I'm sucker for the Jurassic Jurassic movies. So I don't think that that the new ones were particularly good, but they were not like a complete disaster.
Yeah,
I would say
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
I liked the first Jurassic World. I thought the second one was a little convoluted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, agree.
But now we've got it where, I mean, the way it looks is you could probably skip the second movie because and just cut ahead to this world where they're overrunning the world, and such.
Yeah,
Which
it
is
looks
kind of like a Romero zombie movie. How in the hell could it possibly happen? Because as soon as they started breaking loose in that, you would think governments would just all out slaughter them so they wouldn't take over the world.
Well, who knows? I mean,
That's why Romero. That's the only complaint I ever had with Romero zombie movies is they're so damn slow, and you could put them down super easy.
Well, it kind of reminds me of what they did recently with Planet of the Apes, where the apes, Caesar runs into the jungle and with his, newly intelligentized apes from the zoo, and then they form a society out in the wilderness, and there's a war. That's what it kind of reminded me of. But
I don't know. We've been going for 2 hours, and it's lunchtime for me, and I kind of want to get out of here and get some stuff done. And
all right, can you play the Lonely Man thing again for me?
yeah.
Oh God, he wants it now. He's asking for it. This is funny.
But, well, as soon as I play it, he bops out of the chat anyway, so he takes off.
Exactly.
I'll stay, shithead.
And plus, I got to upload the next video for my stupid series that I'm going to end in a couple of more episodes anyway, because it just keeps failing worse and worse every episode I put out. So I'm just going to go to a Horde night on it and then end the series there. But anybody else got anything they need to promote?
No, I just want to thank you very much for having me on the panel.
I know you don't have any. Joseph never has anything to promote because he's the least most offensive person on YouTube. He puts out no offensive material on his channel.
Yeah, exactly. And all my streams are private and wet.
Yep.
Yeah.
He just talks to himself, folks. That's it.
All right.
I know LDG has something.
Yeah. LDG has every time.
I'm streaming the waiting room. Yeah. So if you guys want to hang out, join me in the waiting room.
Or if you want to buy something, he still has a yard sale going, folks.
I still have a yard sale. That's right. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Darren,
how many yards did you sell?
Still working on a video.
Well, get with Mr. Miles. He said he may be able to help you.
Yeah, I'll have to have him hit me up here. So.
And since we didn't get to hear him today, before I played the Lonely Man,
I can't possibly check him before. Captain says it was LDG. Hey. Yes. Ah! What?
That's from Deej. Deej.
Fuck you, Deej.
I'll get the hell out of here. Go on, you go on, get the hell out of here.
this is how Jurassic World will end, folks.